Hey guys, it's free rune removal day, so you know what that means. We got to test out some units. So today we're going to be testing out a couple different little things here. But first I want to start with a comparison. The light drunken master, who is way down here. Where is he? Where is he? There he is. He got buffed recently, so I went ahead and 6-starred him. He is max skilled, and so we are going to be testing him out against Mihyang. Now, Mihyang has my better set of runes, so that's who we're going to be using. We're going to be using Mihyang's runes and see how they compare with each other. What do they both do? They're both attack-based healers, and they have a little bit different kits, but they both bring some good debuffs and some good other things to the table. So first up, we're going to test Mihyang. We're going to try her out, and then we're going to try her in a raid, and then we're going to do the same thing with the Light Drunken Master. All right, so her skills. So Mihyang is same as all Sky Dancers, is Graceful Touch. Attacks all enemies with Graceful Touch and leaves a glancing hit. Now you notice my Mihyang isn't quite max skills because I don't have a ton of Sky Dancers, but her important thing is max skilled, her third skill. Alright, so second skill, Blade Fan. Throws a fan to attack an enemy 3 times, with each attack having a 50% chance to remove one of the enemy's beneficial effects. Increase the attack bar of an ally by 15% per beneficial effect removed, the damage proportionate to the attack speed. So, an attack speed based attack it also removes beneficial effects, which I'm mostly going to be using Niang in raids, so that doesn't really help us, but if you want to use her in dragons or something, that's pretty nice to have an extra thing to remove the buffs. As you can see, that's not maxed either. Again, didn't have enough Sky Dancers. And then third skill, which is why I really like Mihyang, is Dance of Mirage. Recovers all allies with a mysterious dance and extends the time of beneficial effects and shortens the time of harmful effects. The recovery power is proportionate to the attack power. So, I do have this skill maxed, so it's a 3-turn cooldown, and her heal is based on her attack power. So, as you can see right here, I've got pretty high attack on her. 1646, we got 9,000 HP, 4,400 defense, 99 speed, and 66 resistance. So as you can see, I've already got a raid build on her. She awakens into resistance, which is very, very nice when building her, because the Light Drunken Master is not going to have quite as much resistance as she does. And this is what I got a set on her. So she's all broken. So she's got Focus up here. She's got Focus. She's got Endure. She's got a Vampire rune. She's got another Endure rune. And she's got a Destroy rune. So as you can see, some of these aren't ground, some of them are, but she can definitely get better stats on her. Alright, so let's go take her into a scenario, and we'll see how she does. Alright, so we're just going to go into some more Desert 3 here, and because basically she's a healer, so we don't really need to show off like how much damage she can do. We'll kind of get a little bit of idea. Alright, so the reason we're bringing Galleon is because he's going to bring us that attack buff. So we don't actually want to attack buff right now. We want to see... We're going to put it down to 1, how much her heal does without attack buff. So without attack buff, her heal on my runes does 13,000, so basically like almost 13,500. So that's pretty good. So there's about 13,500 for damage. Alright, so no armor break, no attack buff. 5,000 with first skill, that's pretty dang good. Can she do it again? Alright, so 4,000, that was a non-crit. We'll just go ahead and knock these guys down real quick. And boom. Okay. Alright, so second stage, we're going to use that time to loot, and we're going to test out her second skill. So we got that Blade Fan again, not entirely maxed up, so still can use some more damage multipliers. And that does 6,000 and then 12,000 on crits. So that's pretty dang good. Alright, so she's got attack power buff, so we'll slow us back down. Let's go ahead and Dance Mirage. We're going to see how much this does with attack buff. 20,000. So she's got a 20,000 heal with attack buff. That's very, very solid. Very, very solid. I'll speed that back up again. Alright, so we're going to time to loot. We're going to see how much first skill does with the attack power buff. First skill does 7,000 without a crit, which is pretty nice. We just go ahead and kill that guy with Galleon. Let's see if we can get a crit this time. So 7,000. So we didn't get a crit, but 7,000 pretty much is it's a pretty good number with attack power buff. So like 13,000, 14,000 maybe. So does work out pretty dang well. 20,000 heal is pretty nice. But let's go ahead and test her in a raid and see how she does. Alright, so we're going to go ahead and use some support. So as you can see here, this is my normal team. I run my Wind Panda, I run Diaz, I run Mihyang, I run Colleen, Lisa, and Hua. So we're going to go ahead and see how she does in here. Now, the nice thing about Niang, again, is that she has that beneficial effect extend, and reduce. So she's basically like an extra debuffer because Lisa's going to go, and she's going to debuff just a little bit. There we go. Finally got defense break on there. So you can see 3,000, 3,000, 3,000. Not bad with attack buff. But she's an extra cleanser because she's not going to get rid of everything, but she will get rid of stuns since they're only one turn. But if someone's like already attacked and they already had 2-turn debuff on them, they only got 1 turn left, Mihyang will remove everything. So that is the nice part about her, is that she will help remove some of those debuffs on her. All right, and we already know that she does a pretty good amount with her heal, so that's pretty nice. So like there's stun, Dance and Mirage removes all the stuns. So that's really, really nice that she gets rid of those stuns for us. That's why it's nice. She has that resistance passive, so she stays alive a little bit longer. Apparently we did not get HP recovery on there because this boss is not going down as it should be. I don't think... She's not violent, so she's not going to proc a ton for me, which isn't too big of a deal because I don't want too many things on violent. The only thing I have on violent on my team right now is my Wind Panda, Colleen, and Lisa. And Colleen and Lisa, you kind of need one healer on violent if you're running a team like I am, which not the greatest runes in the world, but we'll still get the job done. And then I really like having my cleanser on violent, and then my Wind Panda is on violent. He could easily be full revenge like my Diaz is. I can go ahead and show my Diaz here. So my Diaz is full revenge. If I was running just frontline Panda, and I was only using him in raids, I'd probably would run him all revenge, same as Diaz, because getting the defense break back up again really quick would be really, really nice, and I wouldn't be taking up tons of turns, because you don't want to get that counter up too high. But as you can see here, my Hua is doing most of my damage. Then Lisa is just cleansing everything for me, so is Colleen, and then Mihyang is pretty much doing what we want her to do. Just secondary healer, damage dealer, helping out with a cleanse. So she's kind of jack of all trades as a extra monster. I think of her more as support than heal, even though her heal is probably one of the strongest in the game. I mean, 20,000 with attack puff, that's a big heal. And that's to everyone. That's not based off anything's HP. That's not based off anything else. That's just a straight heal of 20,000 or 12,000 without attack buff. Now, downside is if she does get attack broken, that does reduce her heal pretty drastically. As we see here, like Hua might die here. Let's see, is Hua gonna die? Nope. Mihyang comes to the rescue. So right there, I think it was like 7,000 there. So she obviously didn't do too much on that heal, but it is what it is. She did get the heal off. Let's see if we can get everyone stunned. Colleen should have her heal. Now, the reason I like bringing the pandas is it gives you that little bit extra, I know it's not much, but that HP over time effect. There we go. So there's her heal. Heals basically everyone back up to full again. So nice having that. It really, really is. All right. And boss should be about to go down. So the only problem with it does tend to get people stunned more when you do have that little extra HP recovery, but I like having it because sometimes it will save you when something's just about to die. All right, let's see. Do we get anything good from this? Ooh, I actually need that. All right, so good support run there. All right, so we're going to go ahead and we're going to take all Mihyang's runes off. We're going to rune up our Light Drunken Master, and we're going to go ahead and try him out as well. All right, so same exact runes that were on my Mihyang are now on Tien Quinn. So again, stronger rune set, but the problem with Tien Quinn is his base stats are quite a bit lower. So as you can see, only 9,000 versus 11,000 HP, so it only gives us plus 8,000 or 8,000. Attack's actually right around the same. I think Niang has got like 2 more attack. I think she's got like 671, I think. Let's go back and find her. Mihyang. Yeah, she's got 670. So they've got basically the same amount of attack. I mean, she's got 11 more attack. And then he's got way more defense, a little bit less speed. The resistance is what kills him. All right, so what does Tien Quinn do, though? is he does rolling punch. So throws a punch that ignores the enemy's defense and weakens the attack power for 1 turn with an 80% chance, which goes up to 100% chance with the activation rate bonuses. So ignore defense on skill 1 and attack power reduction. That's really, really nice. Alright, skill 2, 1 more drink, recovers the HP of all allies and decreases their chance of being attacked with a critical hit for 2 turns. The recovery amount is proportionate to the attack power. So, same as Mihyang there, attack, recovery, heal. Instead of removing and extending buffs though, he is just giving anti-crit, which, I mean, is helpful, but it's another buff. So do you want too many buffs in raids? Not really. So is it going to be super, super helpful? We'll see. And then last skill, Stork Kick, attacks the enemy with a swift strike to disturb the enemy's HP, recovery for 2 turns with a 75% chance. And geez, I can almost read. Recovers the ally's HP by 25% of the inflicted damage. So we get to 100% activation rate of the HP recovery, which is really nice. So it brings HP recovery and attack power reduction. So that's the same as Colleen, which is really nice, except he doesn't bring the attack buff. But we'll be doubling up on those effects. So HP recovery and attack buff are very important to get on the raid boss. So that's pretty nice, actually. And then that's a 3-turn cooldown. And then recovering by 25% of the inflicted damage. So depending on how much damage this does, if it does a lot of damage, we might be looking at something that's going to do pretty well here. If it's not a lot of damage, we'll find out. All right, so we're going into more Desert 3 here. And we'll see what he does. So, kind of the same thing. We'll just put that down to 1. Okay, that did not help. All right, well, he ignored his defense, doesn't he? Durr. All right. I can almost talk today. It's not working out so well. All right, so ignore defense without attack power buff. Let's see. 5,800. I don't know if that was a critical or not. If that was a crit, that's not the best, but again, it's not attack power buffed. Let's see. So that's not a crit. So he's doing about 5,000 non-crit. Let's see if we can get a crit on one of these guys here. Or maybe it was a crit, because that was only 3,000. Okay, so that's not bad. All right, survive just a little bit longer. All right, so let's see. 1 more drink here without attack power buff. What's that going to heal us for? So 7,900. So that's about 5,000 less than Mihyang's. That's a lot less. So 5,000 less is a lot. Let's see. Can we get a crit again? No. So 3,600. So those 5,000 must have been crits. So that's not terrible. All right. So let's go ahead and time to loot here. And let's test out that 3rd skill. So Stork Kick. How much damage is it going to do so we can kind of tell. So 777. So he healed for 1.6. So about 4,500. So that's with attack power buff. So that's not the best. Let's see how much is he going to do to this guy. Is he going to get a crit? So he did not crit for 5,000 with attack power buff. So that's not that bad. Let's just go ahead and take him out. All right, let's go ahead and time to loot. We're going to see how much that 1 more drink does with attack power buff. Let's see. 11,000, so about 12,000. So that's less than Mihyang without attack power buff. So that's significantly less. Let's go ahead and let's just kill this guy. All right, let's see. I haven't tested Stork Kick out. I don't know if I'm going to be able to. Let's see. Bam, 8,000, so not terrible. All right, so we got attack power buff off. Of course he would drop that. Of course. But basically, not that impressive with that 3rd skill. I mean, it's not going to heal for that much. It's a little underwhelming, especially considering how much more Mihyang does. But, all right, we're going to go ahead and we're going to try him out in raid with the same exact team and just him straight in for Mihyang and see how he does. All right, so it's same team, except we're putting in Light Drunken Master here. I'm also going with a 41% resistance instead of the 30 like we did last time because his resistance is a lot lower than Mihyang's. So let's see if he can perform well. After doing the little test into more there, not as excited about him as I thought before, because I mean the difference is significant. But let's see what he can do. Still no attack buff. I mean defense buff. Okay, there's Stork Kick, so he does his little tiny heals. Let's see what else we can get him to do. So there's one more drink. So now the problem is, look how many buffs I have. I mean, I still got the shield rune from Panda, which is not ideal, but I have 4 buffs there. It's a lot of buffs. Okay. Panda, come on. You're better than that. Let's see. So he's got attack break on. So, I mean, he is doing that. He is ignoring defense. Let's see. He's a little bit lower than Mihyang was at this point as far as damage goes, though. Let's see. The thing I was hoping with is with the double heal he has, the heal on the 3rd skill, he might be able to keep everyone alive a little bit longer, and the anti-crit might help out a little bit. Let's see. So there's that. So I'm not going to be able to get those guys unstunned like I would be able to with Mihyang, except for Lisa. Bam. Look at that. All right, so there's some heals. So about 1,200 there with attack power with his 3rd skill. So we're talking 1,200 times 3. I'm so good at math. 3,600 is what he's healing for. Did I DC, or is the boss just jumping? The boss is jumping. All right, we got a ton of debuffs on my team. All right, so we got the heal back. Let's see. I mean, he's jumped up a little bit in damage, so he's doing about the same damage-wise, and also he's putting on those debuffs, whereas Mihyang's only putting on glancing, so that's probably helping him out a little bit. But Mihyang was definitely doing more damage, I believe. We'll have to see him ignore again on the 1st skill here. So 3,000 non-crit. So Mihyang was doing more damage than he is right now, but the bigger thing is I want to see if he's going to work. Because I'm really worried about is from now on. Especially since Lisa just did that. That's not good. Alright, so we did get the heal there. But now we're going to have tons of debuffs. No way to get rid of them because we literally just got rid of the... we just used Lisa's skill. Mihyang would offer us that little bit extra. Alright, so he just got stunned. This is not looking good. Come on, Lisa, can you save me? No. Alright, so that's why it's nice to have Panda right there. He might have just saved Hua's life. Alright, come on, Lisa. Do you have it up? Okay. Alright, so he did work. I mean, you can't say that he didn't work. But is he going to be as good as Mihyang? No, not even close. Mihyang seems to have just a... I mean, the kit on the Light Drunken Master does seem to be a little bit better. But, I mean, there's just not much there with the rest of what he's got. I'm not overly impressed, considering Mihyang heals more without attack buff on her 3rd skill than he does with attack buff on his 2nd skill. And then that 3rd skill heal, it's nice it brings the HP recovery. But besides that, I mean, 3,600 heal, not the best. Now, you could probably buff that up if you put crit damage on 4 and build him like attack crit damage attack. Still pretty fast, still with a good amount of attack power, so he can still heal. But between the two, he's not nearly as worth it in my eyes. All right, so next up, we've got Dusky to try out, the Dark Jack-o'-lantern. So these are the stats I have him on at the moment. If you're wondering why his crit rate is so low, it's because I'm mostly going to be testing him in necro, and I use Hua lead plus he has a crit buff. So you only really need to get everything to about 51% crit. So he's going to be 5% crit off of max crit, basically. So that's not the worst thing in the world. But it allows me to get him a little bit better stats than I would have otherwise. So let's go ahead and take a look at his skills. So his first skill is Trickster. Attacks the enemy 3 times, with each hit having a 30% chance to decrease the target's attack speed for 2 turns. As you can see, I do have it all maxed out. Next is Song of the Night Wind. Increases the attack speed and crit rate of all allies for 2 turns. And then I've got that max as well. So he's just the same first 2 skills as Chilling. Then his third passive, if the turn ends without attacking an enemy, a shield that is proportionate to your level and lasts for 3 turns is generated. While having the shield, all damage you deal is increased by 50%. So I got the shield all the way max as well. So he does 50% more damage when he does an attack, which is nice because every 3 turns he's going to be using Song of the Night Wind to increase his attack speed and crit rate. and this lasts for 3 turns. So if he uses this skill first, he'll have the shield for the next 3 turns as long as he doesn't get hit and it gets knocked off. And so he'll be doing 50% more damage. So these are the runes I have him on at the moment. It's Violent Revenge. It is attack. It is crit damage. And it is attack. So we're going to go ahead and try him on scenario, and then we're going to go ahead and try him on my necro team and see how he does. Alright, so we're going to try him out into more desert, see what type of damage he can do. We're going to try him out with Galleon, because I bring Colleen in my necro team, so he always has attack buff. But obviously Galleon's going to be going faster. So we got time to loot out. So we're going to go ahead and Song of the Night Wind. So we get our little shield up. Let's just go ahead and kill one of these guys off. Can we get a revenge? Okay, we did not get a revenge. But if you notice, did his turn end? No, his turn didn't end. Okay. So let's go ahead and slow him down. Let's see what he does for damage. We got attack power. We got crit. Let's see what it does. 13,000, 13,000, 13,000. So that is 36,000 damage. It's pretty solid. I mean, it is to a, let's see what he does again. So 4, 9, and 3 without attack buff. So 9,000 without attack buff on armor break. It's pretty nice damage. It's very nice damage, actually. Alright, so let's see this again. Okay. That's pretty solid because he still has the... Oh, he doesn't even have his shield up. So this is without his shield. That's without his shield he's doing that much? Or does shield runes make him think he has his shield? Maybe shield runes makes him think he has his shield. I don't know. Nope, he just does that much damage. Okay. So he actually does quite a bit of damage, considering. Yep, because now he's got his shield up. So let's see against... Oh, don't end battle. So done one against the boss here. 10, 10, and 10. So 30,000 damage. That's pretty solid. And it's got a shield, so I mean, it can take some damage. So 8, 8, and 8 there without the attack buff. That's pretty good. I mean, that's pretty solid. Alright, so here's my necro team. So let's go ahead and see what he can do in here. Hopefully, he'll be able to do as well. I normally use Adrian as my buffer here. So hopefully he'll be able to do just as well, if not better than him. Alright, so there's the attack buff. So there's the buff for me. Let's see. Okay, so he kept his shield. So 3,000. That's pretty good, no armor break. So I think I might have made him a tiny bit too fast because he's going right before Rauk. But that might be okay. We'll find out. Alright, so we put the slow on, which is also why we have him, is that backup slow. Alright. Oh, Rauk. I'm thinking about replacing Rauk for a Lich. The problem is I don't have my Lich max skilled, so I kind of am stuck with Rauk at the moment. But I think I would ideally like a Lich there instead. I have Fuko max level. He's like 4 or 3 skill ups away from being max, so ideally I'd like it to be him because I have so much fire in here that they're pretty much just all going to attack him unless Faye gets stolen, but Faye is my fastest unit, I think, so the chance of her getting stolen isn't quite as good, and that's intentional because she can just kill you, and it hurts. Alright, so let's see here. No revenges. Okay, so we got the attack speed, slow out. We got defense break. Let's see if Wadas doesn't kill him. Okay. I mean, 9,000, 9,000, 9,000. That's 30,000 against the boss there with the shield up. That's pretty good. Alright, so he gave us our buff again. Ooh, and he procced. Let's see. Is he going to get to steal a turn? He is. Slow? He did not put the slow out. Okay. So Faye got stolen anyways, which is always a little risky. But apparently we can kill her super fast. Alright, so we got our first revenge proc. Alright, so he didn't do amazing, but again, he is the support in that run. And it took that's about my average time with this team. It all depends on Faye. You see the 123, that's all Faye. That's my best run. That's when Faye goes crazy and procs correct. So I think I like him. I think I'm going to keep him in that build and see what he can keep doing, because to me that's pretty solid. I mean, not bad. All right, so the next unit we got is Icarus, the Dark Sylphid. As you can see from my build, she is a HP monster, even though she is an attack monster, which makes absolutely no sense. She's got low base HP, but the goal is to try to get as much HP on her as possible, and I'll tell you why when we go over her skills. So, as you can see, she's almost got 40,000 HP. She's pretty close. She's off by just about 1.2k. So she's got actually, not even that, just 1,000. So she's 1,000 off, so she's 39,000 HP. But we're going to go over her skills, and we'll show you why. Alright, so we got Dark Cut here, is cuts the enemy with a sharp blade, inflict continuous damage for 3 turns with 30% chance. So the same as all Sylphids. Missing just 2 skill ups there, which would be pretty nice to have. It brings it up to a 70% chance over 50 that I have currently. But she's not going to do a whole lot of damage with that anyways, because she is all built on HP. Next one's Dark Twister, hits all enemies with a twister and recovers HP of all allies by 10% each. So it does a little bit of damage, but in a tiny bit of heal. So it's the same skill as the Casus, the first 2 skills. And as you can see, we're 2 off of max skilling that, which I would really like to be max skilled. And I'll show you why after we go over the 3rd skill. Alright, and 3rd skill is steals a life from the enemy. The amount stolen is equivalent to 30% of your max HP. So just like Arnold. And then also you gain another turn if the enemy dies. So she gets a built-in violent proc if you kill someone, and that is very, very nice to pair with this on Despair. So if I could kill someone and then proc into here in Despair, we potentially get some Despair procs, and we'd be able to do hopefully some little bit of damage, get a tiny heal. But this is the skill really I'm building her for. So she's a Dark Arnold. Dark Tank, which is pretty nice. Alright, so Awakening bonus is just the strength and skill. It just gives you that extra turn. And then runes right now, I unfortunately don't have a slot to Despair rune here. I don't have any. I looked all over the place, couldn't find one. So I don't have one on this slot as well. But it's a 6-star. I have some 5-stars, but I don't have a 6-star that I can give to her. So right now she's Despair and Broken, or not even Despair, she's Energy and Broken. And these are her runes right now. Now, the big thing with her is that I'm pairing her with my Water Panda. So she is synced to go right after him so that he goes, and then she gets to go and gets the kill and then can proc. So we're going to go ahead and show that in some action. Alright. So here we have our Water Panda and Icarus. They're going to be right next to each other together. So the nice thing is that Water Panda he attacks the enemy and deals 70% of their HP. And it can't kill him, so he's only going to do 70% as long as he's got over 70%. So he has a lot of HP. Now, what I plan on using is these two together with a support in Guild Wars, because what I'm hoping for is that he can Reckless Assault, do 70% of the damage, then Icarus will get to go, and she will use Dark Recovery, and then kill that target, and then she'll get to proc, Dark Twister. When I get her on Despair, hopefully do some stuns, because Wind Panda also has a stun on his 2nd skill as well. So that way I'm bringing 2 tanky units that both can stun, and both can do a little bit more damage once they've used their big shot. So if you're not familiar with Water Panda at all, he attacks the enemy 3 times with a 15% chance to remove beneficial effects and stun them as well. And then it's according to his max HP. And then he's got the big 70% damage. And then defense break on the 1st skill. So he pairs perfectly with Icarus for what I want to do with her in Guild Wars. Because she'll be able to go right after him. So he'll be able to armor break for her 1st skill. He'll be able to hopefully stun as well in his AoE. So we'll have 2 AoEs with chances of stunning, and we'll have basically a guaranteed one-shot with anything under 50k, or not 50k, probably like 43,000, because Water Panda also has HP lead as well. So I think they're going to pair very well together. We should be able to one-shot quite a few things. But again, I gotta wait till I get her on Despair before I'm really gonna test her out in Guild Wars. But I thought I'd just show you a preview of what I'm gonna be trying to do with a new safer team. So I have a little bit more options. All right. So the last thing we got on Rune Removal Day today is my Dragons team. I've been working on my Dragons team quite a bit lately. I finally got my Luna max skilled, so I want to add her back in here. And I had to change up my Fae a little bit to be able to do a little bit more things in Necro and in Dragons. So I had to move over from Violent to Vampire. But I think we might be able to get pretty close to under a minute. That's going to be my goal. I might have to tweak a few things. I'd like to throw some Tarks in here as well, probably for Faye and for Theo, or maybe just one in for Theo, but for right now, I don't have the runes to make a Tark usable, as Theo is basically my best rune monster I have in general. I kind of feel like I got to use him instead of putting some like decent runes on a Tark and throwing him in here. Alright, so these are the runes we got on him. So Verd's Violent Revenge, these are his runes at the moment. He's speed, he's crit rate, and he is attack. Big thing with him is that I want to get a little bit more attack, and I'd love to throw him on crit damage, but I don't think I'm going to be able to get the subs in order to do that. If I could, I'd absolutely throw my crit damage, because you can see he's got to be pretty slow for the team I'm running at the moment. This is my Theomars. He's on Violent Will. He's my Guild Wars build. I'm absolutely not going to be changing him up anytime soon. Those are his runes there. Here's Luna's build right here. She's Fatal Blade. She is speed. She is crit damage. And she is attack. Not the best runes on her. I'd love her crit rate to be about 11% higher. Her crit damage to be about, I don't know, like 15, 16% higher. And her speed to be a lot higher, and attack. Basically everything. Basically, this is the rune set I have that's without stripping everyone else I can get on her. Here's Faye. Same thing with Faye. Not really happy with her at the moment. She is full vampire and 1 energy rune. Speed, crit damage, attack. Same thing with her. Want her crit rate up about 15%. Speed's actually okay. I want her attack about double. So this is what we got at the moment for her. And then we got my second Galleon here. He's missing 2 skill ups in time to loot. All my pirates I've ever gotten since skilling up my first Galleon have all gone first and second skill. And it's been driving me crazy because he needs literally 2 more skill ups and he's done. And he is speed, he is crit rate, and he is attack. The biggest thing with him is he's 2% under that 55% threshold, which kind of hurts me a little bit. But the time to loot thing hurts me a heck of a lot more, as you will see. But I think we can get close to a minute with this team. Maybe push it maybe like 58 seconds, somewhere in that range. So we're going to go ahead and we're going to try a couple runs here, see what they can do. But the main thing is Galleon will help me out so much more when he's actually max skilled. So as you can see right there, he just derped, which is not going to help me either. And like right there, I don't even know if that was a resistance or if he didn't even just apply it just because he's missing those 15% accuracy there. So that's what's hurting me the most on this team, is that Galleon is so annoyingly behind everything else. All right. So let's see, like right there, he didn't even apply it on either of them. So that's probably what's going to hurt my team the most going forward. Is there's just a complete inability to even basically do anything because of Galleon. It's all Galleon's fault. But he's 2 skill ups away. If I wasn't skilling up a Nat 5 at the moment, I'd probably just toss those on him. But we'll see. If we don't get any pirates when we finish the Nat 5 I'm currently skilling up, we might go ahead and make that switch where we just go ahead and skill up those 2 extra there. Alright, so time to loot. He actually landed it. Hopefully we'll be able to get these attacks in before the boss goes, which we did not, but that's okay. So Luna has not used her 3rd skill yet, which is not cool because, yep, and she just used it against him without armor break. That's the thing that kills this run. If Luna doesn't use her 3rd skill against armor break, especially with attack buff, it's going to slow it down drastically. So that first run there, not the best run in the world, and we got a minute 29. So that's what it felt like. Felt like it took forever. Let's try it again here. We'll see if Galleon is nice to me or not. The problem I've seen with this team so far is everything has to line up perfectly. Like, Galleon's got to do that. Faye's got to hit different targets. If Luna does what she just did right there, normally really, really good. If my Galleon was on crit damage build, he'd be able to kill that tower for me, and we'd already be on to the next phase. So that's the other problem with... Okay, she's used Dark Force again, which is not good, because then it means you don't have it up for the mini-boss, which she kills that mini-boss so fast with it, which doesn't even matter right now, because Faye double ignored on him. So it's about the same as we'd get from a Dark Force from Luna. Okay, so she got the kill there, which is nice. And Galleon, proc one more time, because we don't have max skills. Or just go another turn, Galleon. Okay, come on, have it up, Galleon. Alright, so we armor broke at least, so at least we have armor break up. Let's see. We got time to loot out. I think Luna will be able to Dark Force here. So when Luna Dark Forces, as you can see, it takes away almost all of the dragon's HP. So that's what makes my run so much faster, is when she actually gets that off, just eats it. So 103, so that's not bad. I think getting Galleon to max skills is going to make it go a little bit faster, because we get the activation rate and we get an extra turn in there that he can be using time to loot, because like right now, not the best. Alright, so like there, first wave, everything went correct. But then here's my problem, is when we get stuck on something. Ooh, we might not get stuck there. Okay, so does Galleon have time to loot up? So he does. We got the boss. Let's see if Luna... Yep, so Luna basically just eats the entire boss right there. That's what makes Luna so nice, is that third skill hits so unbelievably hard. Alright. So we weren't able to get the kill there. He's going to time to loot right now, isn't he? No, okay. So he should have time to loot up, and Luna should have her third skill up. Yep, so Dark Force, boss all the way, half HP already. She might have Poison Shot up too, which she did not, okay. Faye's not liking me either. Let's see. Okay, she used Poison Shot, which is not good. Dark Dragon Tag didn't crit. So I think that's going to be a little bit slow of a run again. Let's see. 107. So if she had Poison Shot up, we might have gotten close to that minute. Let's try one more and see what happens. But I think I got the team I'm going to go forward with for now, because I'm getting pretty consistent, like minute to minute and a half runs, which is a lot faster than what I was using before. And considering Galleon's not max skilled, Luna's runes are not great, there's a lot of things that I'm still kind of wishing I had here. So hopefully we'll be able to get below that minute when we get Galleon max skilled, because Luna just, I mean, look at that. It's just so nice. And I mean, she doesn't even have the best runes. So I think the thing that's hurting me the most right now is speed, because Bird's pretty slow because of Luna being so slow. Obviously, Luna is that slow, so there's not much we can do. Okay, procced, good. Unfortunately, I think this is going to be a slower one, yep, because we're going to Dark Force without that attack buff. And we hit Poison Shot without the attack buff, so it's going to be a little bit slower of a run, but overall, I think we're going to keep going forward with this as a team for now. As we get some better Violent runes, we'll keep going, trying to make this team a little bit stronger. But like right there, Galleon should have time to loot, and that's probably going to cost us here. Oh, she didn't get the attack part. We might wipe here. I think we're going to. No, Theo came through with a clutch. So the thing is with that team is everything's got to line up correctly, and right now it's just not. But I really can't complain with about a minute team, minute to minute 30. So pretty much our average of what I've been running so far on Rune Removal Day has been like 115 has been pretty much our average. Because 103 is our best, 130 is pretty much the highest it goes without wiping. So somewhere in between there. So 115 is pretty good number. Without a Tark, that's not bad. Without Galleon being max skilled, also not so bad. But that's where we're sitting at. So I know this was a long one, but thank you guys for watching. Hope you enjoyed. Let me know if you like my changes or something else you guys think I should change. And like, comment, subscribe, and I'll see you guys later.